This podcast is brought to you by the following sponsors. Your San Diego County Toyota dealers. We've got what it takes. Fix Auto. Corky's Pest Control. And Lolita's Family of Restaurants.
Welcome to Dave Werby.
Canyon Side Cages, baby.
And what happens here?
We make hitters.
That's exactly right. Canyon Side Cages for the baseball podcast. Welcome to baseball season. Tommy, Christian, and David.
It's here, finally.
Ready to break it down. So usually we'll have our top 10s, we'll have our game picks, we'll have our game balls, we'll have little interviews sometimes we feel like it.
Why not?
Why not? But today we're doing previews. We're going to start previewing each region, starting with the South. Guys, who are some teams and players to watch out for?
Well, the obvious one, Eastlake. Tons and tons of talent there, from Ben Ramirez, Casey Schmidt, all the way down. Let's throw out a couple other teams, because we can get back to Eastlake. I think that last year we saw Sweetwater come really close to winning that CIF title. So I'm going to say Sweetwater is another team to look out for this year. When you don't graduate all that much off of a finalist team,
I agree.
Comes out to be a good season next year. I'm going to also say Montgomery. Huge team to watch for. They've added another Serda brother. The older one is a San Diego State commit, so congratulations to him. But he's also a dynamic pitcher. And Dave, I love pitchers. I need pitchers. You give me a team of 24 pitchers and one catcher, and I'll take that team to a CIF title.
99 problems with a pitch ain't one.
What?
99 problems with a pitch ain't one.
Exactly. I heard that a little weird, so I'm glad that was the clean edited version of that song.
Baseball.
Exactly. I love both those teams. And then you also got to say that I'm going to say Bonita Vista is another team to look out for this season. They are a team that is young and new, and they've kind of graduated the old, and they're in with a fresh batch. They've got Alex Verdugo, who's going to be a big star for them this season. Who are you looking down there in the South Bay?
Yeah, I agree. The guys over at Eastlake, I just want to throw a shout out. I mean, these guys have D1 commits all the way up and down the lineup. Sonny Rivera, he's going to Long Beach State. This guy's going to mash this year. And like you said, the Serda brothers, I mean, I could easily put them in my top 10, just having two number ones almost at that level. And right now, they're probably, once you see it, they might be in there. They might sneak into that top 10. The rest of the way, I think I'm just going to have to stick with those guys. Those are my favorite teams right now.
So you're real invested in Eastlake being successful this season.
Yeah. I mean, Bonita Vista's got some real good freshmen. They're going to be real solid this year. I say Nate Nankill, he's going to make it tough on any team they play. He's committed to Cal State Fullerton. But I'd say Eastlake has just got that whole South Bay rounded up right now.
Do you think countywide we could be looking at Eastlake being the deepest team in the county?
I completely agree with that. They could be number one, number two team.
Yeah, and a couple more Eastlake guys I want to shout out. Grant Holman, pitcher. Lights out. He was great for them last year. He's only a junior now. And LJ Jones, another big bat in the lineup.
Long Jack.
Yeah, Mr. Long Jack. And Grant, actually, I have one of the best interview answers of all time. That I saved on my phone. It was so good when Grant was in Little League when we interviewed him.
Okay.
I'm not going to embarrass him publicly, but if you do run into me, Grant, come find me. You'll love the video. It's great.
So there you go. We got good interviews.
Yeah.
We got good teams. This Eastlake team is apparently media savvy and good at baseball. The rest of the South Bay, I'll say this. It's going to be a lot of friendly fire from what I look at. A lot of really evenly matched teams. So teams that are maybe going to struggle to get good position come playoffs. But that also, to me, means we're looking at a couple teams in the South Bay being dark horses from getting that 6 or 7 seed in the playoffs because they didn't have a great league results, but then ended up doing really well because they played in such tough league play. So you got teams like Hilltop and that could be in that mix somewhere.
Yeah.
So the South Bay is going to be an interesting, and it's maybe the least clear of all the regions we have to try and predict.
There's lots of good baseball played down there. I think the key for Eastlake is if their coaching is solid this year, they might make it all the way to the finals again.
Well, that'll be real. They came
key for them.
They came 1 or 2 pitches away from being the Open Division champions,
Exactly.
And you got to think that until anything changes right now, I'm saying that they'll be de facto cruising back to that for hopefully another rematch with Cathedral.
Yeah, that'd be awesome to watch. So that's all we got from the South Bay, guys. Anything you want to add before we get out of here?
Yeah, tweet at us. Let us know what we missed, who we're sleeping on. Like we said, we're going to be trying to bring you all the content every single Monday, but we need to know who to go check out. We need to know what teams are doing better than we predicted, what teams are going to do worse than we predicted, all that. We are all available on Twitter.
We'll be here at Canyon Side Cages every week for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so for that is our South Bay preview. Again, check out the other previews as well from the East, West, and North. We are out of here.